Here we go. This is the level that people tend to cite when they talk about the hardest levels in the game. And again, I don't think it is. I think it's hard, but I think it's just a case of timing, once again. And it's going to be very difficult because of the input lag, but... And the hardest bit is getting past the hogs, but... Yeah, it really is not as difficult as everybody says. But I'll tell you one thing, though. This is actually... I can look at this. On a CRT, this is blindingly white. It's like being in the fog. It actually is like being in the fog. It is just proper white. Oh my goodness, yeah, the lag is unreal. Yeah, I can't even get the gem on this level anyway because I don't have the red gem from later on. But that's okay. I can show you that it can be done without dying. Yeah, look. Oh, now the difference in jumps is actually going to throw me off quite a lot here because there'll be jumps that you can only just make in PAL, like you could jump over that whole thing in PAL. And I don't think you could do it on this. Now, there is a trick. Yeah, there's a trick of just walking along the railing. It's difficult to pull off, but if you do, then you can skip quite large swathes of the level. But because it's so hard to pull off, you're actually better off just jumping over the slats like normal and not worrying about it. But the only bit where it's useful is getting past these hogs. The hogs that can run over a section of there being, like, there's no bridge there, so they just float over it. Let's see if you can make that jump, actually. Oh, you can make it, okay. Right, I didn't need to worry about that then. Let's just take the... Let's not. Right, here we go. Yeah, let's get past the hog. Yeah. Ah, look at this. Nice little trick of gameplay here. Kablooey! And run across there. Lovely. Now this bit, you've got to really time this right, because if you time it wrong and the turtle is too far away, you can't actually make this gap. But then you get the rest of them and they're already in shells. Either that or they barely move at all, so... It's a bit cheeky, that one, isn't it? There's more of them on the other bridge level. I also can't get the gem on this level because I need the purple gem to do that, which... Balls. The input lag is really throwing me off here as well. Interestingly, I seem to be unable to outrun this boulder. Right, is it going to get me again at this point? Wow! Double death, that's great. It seems like you've not got very much margin for error here. Does he run slower in NTSC as well? Maybe it is just a placebo, but it does feel a lot like I'm moving faster when I spin. But yeah, I couldn't have got the gem anyway. It's fine. I don't care about dying if I can't even get the gem. Now we get to Sunset Vista. Sunset Vista. Sunset Vista. Yeah, this is the hard level. Road to Nowhere is nothing. A slippery climb, sure, whatever, man. Sunset Vista. Now this is the real difficulty. I remember Sunset Vista being that one level. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Now here's a slightly tricky bit. I think there's something worth having up here. Oh yes. Ah, now this is a tricky bit of timing here. Although, possibly it's a bit easier because the timing in NTSC is a bit different. Oh, maybe not. I can do it. I may end up with extremely sweaty palms, but I can do it. Also notice that the bats aren't actually hanging off anything. And that it's sunset and they should... Well, I suppose they're just about be getting up, wouldn't they? Right, you can make that! Why did I... Don't take any risks. Don't take any undue risks. Some risks you gotta take, but not that one. What I've managed to do is get weekly videos together by doing Mystery Arcade, but there's been gaps between them, and I kind of really want to go back to doing a video a week. I mean, it used to be, when I first started, it used to be 2 videos a week, and they were kind of low effort videos. They were just Let's Plays that were cut down, which, you know, Let's Plays aren't. I'm not knocking Let's Plays. Not the fine content, just they are not the biggest effort videos you can make. Let's face it, because really it is talking over a game. Nothing wrong with that, but it's not as involved as doing a fully edited video. Right. I guess a documentary style video more than it's the best descriptor I can give it. But you know, one way you proper go in depth with the editing, like a mystery arcade, I suppose. That's a cross between, and that's interesting. That's a style of video that I wanted to do for a very long time. The Let's Review, I termed it. I never really took it anywhere. That was very poorly timed, by the way, probably because I'm not concentrating properly. That was just sloppily done. Yeah, I never really took it anywhere because I never thought that it would there'd be much point, because it would just be a Let's Play. But I would be reviewing it at the same time. Now, the thing with the Let's Play is it tends to be full playthroughs. Not 100%, but you play through the... Really? That was where I died? That's the easiest bit. Yeah, they do tend to be where you play the full game, and it's hard to eke out a review for a whole series. I mean, it's hard enough when you stream to think of stuff to say. I mean, I suppose here I can get away with it by giving you tips and tricks for doing these levels, but really it's just me moaning about input lag for most of it. And I admit that I'm not exactly the best at improv. Right, that was not good, but I got away with it. I think it's fine. I should be able to... next time the bats come, I should be able to make... If I don't get the gem here, then I can't really save for a while. I'll give it one more proper try. Because really there's no point in finishing the level, because it'll... Times like this, I wish I had a pill-shaped hitbox. Maybe I should have just played the insane version. Oh, that actually turned out better than I thought. Incredible. Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Right, this bit's a bit tricky. So, right, as long as you time it right. Yep, like that. It's just them first two bits. The rest of it you can do quite easily. Right. Yeah, I'm going to get invincibility. Bit useless. It's not even good against the bats because for some reason it doesn't... Oh, except it did that time. Okay. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't hit the bat. Oh, but it does save me from the fire, which is good. Ah, which means I can just run up here without worrying about the fire. Now here it is. Here's that bit I was talking about. It takes a lot of practice to be able to just do that. Oh, yes, good. Excellent, right. We've got to lure this red lizard. Boing, and then spin. And look, hey, 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 we got ourselves some crates. I'm going to get this mask here because it's useless. It only serves to throw your platforming off at this point. There's no enemies that you need to worry about. So, all it does is make you run a bit faster, and that... Oh, actually was very useful then. And actually could be useful against these bats and fire. Yeah, okay, okay. I'll take that. Here's a tricky bit. Let's get this timing down. Oh, what's this timing? Right, let's do it now. Oh, God! This is such a bad bit of... Right. I need to work that out, because I can't really remember exactly how it goes, so... Oh, oh, oh! Bold move, but it paid off. Actually, that's the best way over it, isn't it? Just to jump up. Yes, in fact, I should do that next time. The games that is trickiest when you're relying on multiple bits of platforming to being perfectly in line with each other. And... So I said the embryo rounds are a bit pointless, right? But the Cortex rounds are anything but. Now, the embryo rounds are hard. The Cortex rounds are harder. Mainly because they're just full of TNTs. Fortunately, you don't... Once again, you don't need to worry about getting all the crates, so... Whatever, man. Cortex is there, he gets away, but you get a key out of it. Hey. What's the keys for, you may be wondering? Well, they're for unlocking bonus rounds, basically. Easy. Aha, and we're going to get another save. Part of the problem with Sunset Vista and getting the gem on it is that it's just so gosh darn long. How long has it taken me to get through this one level? The other ones have been relatively short. Here we go. Look at him. Let's do this where... here we go. You get stuck on that bit. You nerd. Whee! Whee! And there we go. Yeah, I swear that doesn't have a Torna face on a Torna round on Pal. Let's do Koala Kong. Yeah, from 2006 we got the Xbox 360, and so I enjoyed that quite a lot. But the only thing I really played on it was Halo. And realistically, you can only play a given game so much. I mean, it's just how it is. You can't just play one game forever and ever and ever. Oh wow, nice one. I did have a PS2 Slim. In fact, I've still got that PS2 Slim. I managed to fry it with a PSU that was far too high voltage. So yeah, that's dead now, sadly. But I have a pink one, so, you know, this is all good. All's well that ends well. I just wish I hadn't fried my original PS2 Slim. Oh yeah, I was going to make a comment about that as well, that little fall. It's fine. Basically, there's a little hidden bit there that you might not see. I'll just go up and talk about it quick. Okay, that's fine. So you've got all these robot vacuum cleaners and very unsafe hot pipes and spiky things that you can't actually do anything about. Let's just quickly talk about this. So yeah, you might get to the end of this level and think, hang on, there's a load of crates that I missed and yet I never saw any other crates. Well, it's down here. It's not obvious, but it's kind of like, well, as soon as you know there's a secret, you'll start looking for a secret. So when there's a gap that looks like it might be able to be taken, fallen down, I suppose, then yeah, that's when you realise, oh, that's where them crates are. Oh, balls! I was trying to avoid that. I did pretty well. Oh, is that where it just come from? It is, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry. Oh no, sorry. It's. Hang on. Where the hell am I? Do I go down here? Yeah, I think I go down here. Oh, I've got 99 lives. Look. Nice one. I can't 100% this level without getting the gem, blue gem first, so I'm not worried about dying there once again. Incredibly, I'm talking about my career plans on a stream about Crash Bandicoot. This is what happens on streams. I'm not actually talking about the game at all, but that's fine. Oh, well, that was poor. I spanned slightly too early then. Input lag. I was tempted to go to Leeds, though, actually. Anyway, enough about that. Enough about me. Let's talk about this stinking level, because I've said nothing about it. So, this is actually the only level of its type in the whole game. It's a bit Temple Ruinsy, isn't it? But with a lot more tech. Quite like it. It's just got a lot of these tricky jumps. It's a very tricky jump sort of level. Not very health and safety either. And yeah, it's got these very interesting screens with Cortex sort of moving back and forth in front of them, which I've always found a bit odd. What the heck's he doing? I mean, if he's watching you, why is he moving back and forth? It seems very restless. And if he is watching you, why don't you do anything about you? Kind of weird. But yeah, I think there's some hidden crates on this level somewhere, because I remember doing this one, and then there was a one crate missing, and I seem to recall it's hidden somewhere, kind of awkward. But well, I guess we'll find out. It's these spinning things as well, the spiky things. It's another timing challenge. Now, here's a tricky bit, because the platform falls out underneath you. You've got a bit of time, but not very much. They fall out quite quickly. Something I really like about... Oh, what happened there? Oh, what? Okay, well, let's just get to the end of it. There's a Cortex thing. He stood in front of a blue screen, sort of coming back and forth from the camera. And I'm interested in that model that they've used, because that's not the in-game model. I mean, clearly not. It's a lot more higher res. Oh, these things are a pain in the butt. Ah, input lag, input lag. I love it very much. Oh, what happened there? What did I hit then that killed me? High school was a good time for gaming, because I had my DS and I... That'll have been when I played Phoenix Wright first time, and whoa, what a game. Phoenix Wright, man. We should stream that sometime. It's one of the most difficult games to explain to people as well. Like, I played it fairly recently. Me and my friends were out in Leeds once, and I was telling them about this Ace game that I was playing through called Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And I was telling them about it, and I said, well, you're a lawyer, and you're sort of in a courtroom, and you have to do an investigation, and then take it to the courtroom, present your evidence, and work out who done it, basically. They were just looking at me like, this sounds like the most boring game ever. And to be fair, when you describe it as you're a lawyer in a courtroom, then in real life, courtroom drama is not as exciting as two people with funny hair shouting objection at each other. Let's face it. Right. See, this level is hard because you need to really work out where the bouncing barrels are going to land, and weirdly they land in strange places. Now, it's been the bits that I've just done, easy, right? The bits that I'm about to do, difficult. I'm alright, I should be okay because I've got an Aku, so I can... right. Yeah, okay, you see what I mean? Before that was a safe place to stand. I think this is a safe place, yeah, that's good. So jump over here, yeah, there we go, look. Ah, I got Torna, sweet. Alright, they're all going to blow up, aren't they? Ah! It's all good. Hi, Torna. Ah! You can sort of jump around it, and there we go. And it's the last one as well. But it's so difficult to get it right and sort of work out where it's going to arc over you. It's tricky, man. So, I've got the save. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to try it again. Hopefully this time I'll get it. There's also the HD versions on PC. Yeah, sure, fine. But they're really badly upscaled. That's an example of a lazy HD remake. It's not exactly insane levels, because you see the problem is, and Capcom seem to do this, Street Fighter 2 is another example, and you've also got Secret of Monkey Island, which is a really bad remake. Well, half really bad remake. This is also a safe spot. Oh, it was. There's bits, just certain bits that they don't quite seem to realise about the original game, what made it so good. So in the case of Street Fighter 2, haha, I outsmarted you, barrel. Right, this is fine, yeah, good. In the case of Street Fighter 2, they illustrated new sort of manga style, or indeed anime style, since it is animated. Ooh, that was lucky. Balls. Shouldn't have done that, should I? Should have not taken the risk. I'm not personally fond of the style that they went for, but that's just a personal thing. I just feel like the characters don't look like they did in the originals. In the original Street Fighter 2, specifically the later versions where they redid the portraits and, you know, the characters actually looked like real people. Yeah, so they did that. The problem with it is this. They may have redrawn all the frames, but they just redrew the frames that were already there, the frames of animation that were already there. Which is not a good idea. Imagine if they'd done Insane, but they'd used exactly the same animation sort of skeleton and rigging as this Crash. And I'll show you the problem with that. The problem is this particular animation right here. Yeah? The one where he lands. Imagine if you had a HD model of Crash that had this slightly janky animation. It's fine because he's low poly and it is a game of its time. It's aged, you know, and These animations were fine at the time, but would not be suitable if you had a HD model of Crash. In a similar way, the old animations of the Street Fighter 2 characters, they're fine when you're working with a limited number of pixels, but they're not fine if you're working with very high resolution, newly illustrated graphics. And that is the problem I have with certain remakes. The other example that I like to bring up is The Secret of Monkey Island, which, yeah, that's not great. And that was even lower res, which means it has even fewer frames of animation. Oh, well, it's fine, I can survive. Yes, good. So, it's got exactly the same frames of animation, so Guybrush looks like he's floating around. What?! All that, and I missed one stupid box. Well, yeah, it's fine, I'll get it next time. Anyway, that's been me, so that's another successful stream. So, thank you once again for coming along and suffering my ramblings. And I should really pause that. I'll see you all for the next one, where we'll continue Crash Bandicoot, 100% in it, and hopefully we'll get a bit further. So yeah, see you all then.